اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد.
الحمدللہ ثم الحمدللہ. ناظرین، قادیان کی چھوٹی سی بستی سے ہزاروں میل دور آج یہاں پر ہم دیکھتے ہیں کہ حضرت امیر المومنین حضرت خلیفۃ المسیح الخامس ایدہ اللہ تعالیٰ بنصرہ العزیز کے ہاتھوں پر ہزاروں احمدیوں نے یہاں بذات خود بیعت کی، اور بہت سارے احمدیوں نے دنیا کے کونے کونے میں MTA کے ذریعے بیعت کا شرف حاصل کیا. سلام صاحب، کیا ہی خوبصورت وقت ہے، اور جس چیز کا انتظار دنیا میں تمام احمدی ایک درد کے ساتھ کر رہے تھے، اس وقت خدا کے فضل سے وہی مومنٹس ہیں، وہی جذبات ہیں جو ہم دیکھ رہے ہیں. ایک دل سے ایک درد اور ایک پہچان جو جماعت احمدیہ کی یہاں سے ہمیں نظر آتی ہے. کتنا ہی پیارا وہ وقت ہے جب خلیفہ وقت کے ہاتھ پر ہاتھ رکھ کے ہمارے نومبائین جن کو موقع ملا حضور کے ساتھ بیعت کرنے کا.
You're right, you're spot on. This is a very emotional moment during the Jalsa of the Ba'ath, both before as people are engaged in istighfar and afterwards as people are just basking in what just happened. A very powerful moment of unity, of community, of feeling that emotion, of confessing your sins to your Lord and doing it together as one big family. And this, of course, encapsulates both of the purposes of Jalsa Salana, where we are here to spiritually recharge and also to build those bonds of brotherhood and sisterhood. And what better way to do that than the Ba'ath ceremony? And some of the interesting things about the Ba'ath is that it was 130 years ago this year where the first Ba'ath occurred in Qadian, India in 1889, where 40 people accepted Ahmadiyya at the hands of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salatu wasalam. And now we are hearing from Hazur that over 668,000 new brothers and sisters have entered the fold of Islam Ahmadiyya at the hands of Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad Ayodhullah Ta'ala bin Aziz.
بالکل جیسا آپ نے بتایا سلام بھٹی صاحب، اللہ تعالیٰ نے کتنا ہی پیارا یہ نظارہ دکھایا. حضرت مسیح موعود علیہ الصلوۃ والسلام کے جو الفاظ ہیں کہ ایک قطرہ اس کے فضل نے دریا بنا دیا، اور وہی چیز ہم دیکھتے ہیں 40 افراد کی جماعت سے آج ہماری ہزاروں کی افراد کی جماعت، اور 40,000 تو ہماری تعداد جلسوں پر ہی آج کل ہو جاتی ہے. اور اتنا پیارا نظارہ کہ خلیفہ وقت خدا تعالیٰ کے خلیفہ جو ہیں وہ درمیان میں بیٹھے، اور جو ایک بیعت کی ہماری ایک ترتیب جو لگی ہوتی ہے، ایسا محسوس ہوتا ہے کہ جیسے حضور پر نور وہاں موجود ہیں اور خدا تعالیٰ ایک خاص نور وہاں سے دے رہا ہے اور ہر کسی کے دل میں اترتا چلا جا رہا ہے. ایک لڑی میں پروئے ہوئے احمدی جو نظارہ ہم نے بھی سلام بھٹی صاحب ابھی دیکھا، خدا تعالیٰ نے ہمیں بھی بیعت میں شامل ہونے کا شرف بخشا. کس طرح ہاتھ سے ہاتھ رکھ کر ایک دوسرے کے ساتھ ایک ایسا محسوس ہوتا ہے کہ ایک لڑی میں پروئے ہیں، ایک کنیکشن ہے خلیفہ وقت کے ساتھ، اور اپنی تجدید بیعت کر رہے ہیں، اپنے گناہوں کا اقرار کر رہے ہیں، خدا سے استغفار کر رہے ہیں، اور دوبارہ یہ عہد کر رہے ہیں کہ کس طرح سے ہم خلیفہ وقت کے ساتھ، جماعت کے ساتھ، خدا تعالیٰ کے ساتھ ہم اپنا عہد مضبوط کرتے ہیں.
And dear viewers, this past year MTA has brought you this week in Hazur's life, and we've been able to appreciate Hazur's life and gain closer to Hazur through this. And now we're going to show you something very similar called Another Blessed Year, which is about Hazur's engagements throughout the year. After that, we'll return to the studio to talk about Hazur's stay in Africa.
It has been a year since Jalsa Salana here in the United Kingdom. And since then, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis, Ayadahullah Ta'ala bin Aziz, the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, has been extensively busy in various events and activities. We shall be showcasing just a glimpse of these activities. Let's look at another blessed year.
تو پیغام زندگی امرت ہے تیرے بول تو پیغام زندگی सिवा नहीं कोई आवाज वक्त की.
Now, after Jalsa Salana here in the United Kingdom, Hazur became very busy with preparations for Jalsa Salana Germany. In Germany, Hazur inspected the Karlsruhe site and went around seeing various departments. After Hazur addressed thousands of Jalsa Salana volunteers before the inception of Jalsa Salana Germany.
वो लाइट मैंने इस तरह बताई थी ग्रेविटी लाइट जो हम जो हर्ट्स हैं उसमें बना सकते हैं ये हमारा अगले
चली जाएगी उसके बाद नीचे चलते हैं
20 मिनट लाइट
20 मिनट रहेगी और अंधेरे में बंदा सोया हो तो क्या करे
तो लाइट मिल जाएगी
पुराने ज़माने में जो बजरी होती थी छत के पंखे होते थे रस्सी होती थी लोग अपने पाँव के साथ ना वो बांध लेते थे गर्मी लगती थी उन्हें पाँव हिलाते हुए पक्का चल जाता तो ऐसी कोई डिवाइस बनानी पड़ेगी. अच्छा अब काम के लिहाज से तो तरबियत याफ्ता हो गए आप हर शोबे में, चाहे वो खाना पकाने का शोबा है, मेहमान खाना खिलाने का शोबा है, पार्किंग का शोबा है, सिक्योरिटी का शोबा है, मर्दों में भी औरतों में भी. इंसानी लिहाज से प्लानिंग के लिहाज से तो बहुत अच्छा, लेकिन प्लानिंग उस वक्त काम करती है या लोगों की तसल्ली उस वक्त होती है जब उसको काम करने वाले भी उम्दा रंग में अपने काम को सरअंजाम दे रहे हों. और हमारे लिए सबसे बेहतर जो एक ख़ास खसूसियत हर कारकुन में हर रज़ाकार में होनी चाहिए वो है कि उसने जब भी और जो भी काम करना है हंसते और मुस्कुराते चेहरे के साथ करना है.
Now, 39,000 people attended Jalsa Salana Germany from 99 countries. Throughout the 3 days, Hazur gave faith-inspiring speeches which inspired hundreds of thousands of people, not only those who were attending Jalsa Salana Germany, but all those who are watching MTA across the globe.
On the second day of Jalsa Salana Germany, Hazur addressed the guests, where he discussed the issue of the European immigration crisis.
Many local people are afraid that their societies are changing beyond comprehension, and they feel that their nation's resources are being disproportionately utilized in favor of immigrants. Whilst the term immigrant is used, the real issue for most people is Islam, and the fact that the vast majority of immigrants to Europe are Muslims fleeing from war-torn countries in the Middle East.
Hazur also touched upon the issue of rape and how a recent report suggested that most of the rapes that happen in the West are conducted by immigrants. Hazur reminded Ahmadiyya Muslims and also the rest of the Muslim world of the true teachings of Islam regarding the honor of women.
Given this, let me make it categorically clear that any Muslim who violates the honor of a woman or abuses her in any way is acting entirely against Islam's teachings. Islam considers such behavior as evil and has mentioned exceptionally strong punishment for those guilty of such reprehensible crimes.
After Jalsa Salana Germany concluded, Hazur then advanced towards Belgium and presided over Jalsa Salana in Belgium. During this visit, Hazur also inaugurated Baitur Rahim Mosque in the city of Aachen. Here, Hazur was greeted by the city mayor, Mark Pengston, along with hundreds of Ahmadi men, women and children. After inaugurating Baitur Rahim Mosque, Hazur then presided over Jalsa Salana, Belgium, in the capital city of Brussels. Hazur reminded Ahmadi Muslims that where one gives importance to materialistic affairs, we should not be completely engrossed in the world. Rather, we should strive to fulfill the teachings of Islam.
बीवी बच्चों के अखराजात, अपनी घरेलू जिम्मेदारियां अदा करो, ये तुम्हारे ज़िम्मे है। उनके लिए दुनियावी कारोबार करना, काम करना, नौकरी करना भी ज़रूरी है। लेकिन ये काम, ये कारोबार, ये नौकरी तुम्हें पैसा कमाने में इस हद तक मुनहमिक न कर दें, इसमें इस हद तक न डूब जाओ कि फिर दीन की फिक्र ही ना रहे। दुनिया भी कमानी है तो इसलिए कि अल्लाह ताला के हुक्म के मुताबिक बीवी बच्चों के हक अदा करने, अल्लाह ताला की मखलूक के हक अदा करने हैं, अल्लाह ताला के दीन की खिदमत करनी है। ये मकसद होगा तो दुनिया भी मिलेगी और दीन भी मिलेगा।
During this Jalsa, various political leaders, dignitaries and mayors across Belgium had come to meet Hazur as well. Hazur held a press conference in which he answered a plethora of questions regarding Islam and the current world situation.
It's 1st of January and everybody's still sleeping from feasting on New Year. The community comes out and cleans up the city.
Well, that is what we believe, that community service is also one of the ways to integrate yourself in the society.
Yeah.
Without resting even one day, Hazur returned back to the United Kingdom and blessed the three national ijtimas of Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, Lajna and Ansarullah with his presence and delivered various speeches.
In the time of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, people were at their busiest in the afternoon. And so the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that for them, Asr was the middle prayer. However, in today's world, people have different routines. And so the middle prayer can be any of the 5 prayers. As I said, for many people, Fajr is now actually the middle prayer because they fail to offer it on time as they go to bed very late.
Hazrat Khalifa Masih al-Khamis, Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Aziz, reminded the Lajna of the importance of sacrifice, whilst at the Ansarullah side, Hazur reminded them of the importance of offering salat.
It is quite easy to say that you are willing to make sacrifices for your beliefs, but in reality, until a person gives precedence to his or her faith over all worldly matters, they will not be ready to make genuine sacrifices. In the Lajna pledge, Ahmadi women proclaim that they are ready to sacrifice everything for the sake of their religion and nation, whilst in the Nasirat pledge, our young girls vow to serve their religion, country and nation. अंसारुल्लाह की ये बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है कि इस बात की अहमियत को समझें, इकामत सलात का हक अदा करने वाले बने, अपने बच्चों को, अपने घर वालों को नमाज़ों की तरफ तवज्जो दिलाएं। अगर अंसारुल्लाह की उम्र के लोगों में से जो अपनी मुतलका मजालिस के ओहदेदार भी हैं, अगर वो खुद इस तरफ तवज्जो करें कि उन्होंने क़याम नमाज का हक अदा करना है हर सतह पर जो ओहदेदार हैं, और अपने बच्चों को भी इसकी तलकीन करते हुए मस्जिदों में लाने की कोशिश करनी है, और अपने अहमदी हमसायों को भी नमाज में आते जाते इस तरह तवज्जो दिलाते रहना है, तो हम देखेंगे कि हमारी मस्जिदें हकीकत में बारौनक मस्जिदें बन जाएंगी और अगर तमाम अंसार इसकी तरफ तवज्जो करें तो एक इनकलाब पैदा हो सकता है.
After attending these 3 ijtimas and engaging in other activities here in the UK, Huzur then travelled to the United States of America. And on 15th of October 2018, Huzur went to Beit al-Rahman Mosque in Silver Spring, Maryland. Here, 2,000 Ahmadiyya women, men and children were eagerly awaiting for the arrival of their Imam at the USA Jamaat headquarters. The very next day, Huzur inspected Beit al-Rahman Mosque and also Masuru International Satellite Station.
On Glenwood Avenue in North Philadelphia, Muslims are praying, grateful to share their religion with the community, and they're doing it inside this beautiful new mosque.
And if you happen to be in North Philadelphia today, you may have seen a heavy security presence. That is because a religious leader equivalent to the Pope came to the city to dedicate a brand new mosque. Eyewitness News reporter David Spun is following this story for us tonight.
The very next day, Huzur travelled to Philadelphia and went to the Beit al-Afiyat Mosque. Here, Huzur inspected the whole site, and on 19th of October 2018, Huzur inaugurated the mosque and delivered a Friday sermon highlighting the importance of mosques.
बस वो लोग जो अपने दुनियावी कारोबारों की वजह से खुदा ताला के हक़ को और अपनी इबादतों को भूल गए हैं या उस पर वो तवज्जो नहीं जो होनी चाहिए, वो अपने जायज़े ले लें कि हमारा अहद बैत क्या है और हमारे अमल क्या हैं. और जो यहाँ नए आए हैं वो भी याद रखें कि दुनिया में डूबना तरक्की नहीं है बल्कि तबाही है.
Your Holiness, what challenges does the Ahmadiyya community have in the United States and elsewhere around the world?
See, in this present day world, people are forgetting to recognize their creator. So we are a religious community. And the founder of the Ahmadiyya community said that I have come for 2 main purposes. One is to make the people realize their duties, their recognition of their creator, duties towards their creator, and second, to let the people realize their duties towards their fellow beings. So these are the 2 challenges here in the United States and elsewhere all across the world.
A very historical element took place during this trip. For the first time, His Holiness travelled to Central America in Guatemala. Huzur also went to Beit al-Awwal Mosque, a mosque in Guatemala which was inaugurated by Hazrat Khalifa al-Masih Rabi Rahimullah in 1989. Here, lots of Ahmadis from Central American countries had gathered to see their beloved Imam. This included countries from Paraguay, Belize, and Guatemala. Everyone was also able to perform bayat at the hands of Huzur, and Huzur then led the congregation in prayers. It was a highly emotional moment for those Ahmadis who had come to see their beloved Imam. The next day, in Saca de Piques in Guatemala, Huzur inaugurated the Nasir Hospital. 800 guests and dignitaries representing 20 countries had come and gathered and listened to Hazur's inaugural address, which highlighted the Jamaat's humanitarian pursuits.
You may well be wondering why we have built this hospital. The answer is very simple. It has been built with purely one intention, and that is quite simply to serve humanity by providing high quality health care to the people of this nation.
A la construcción de este hospital, he hecho más de una visita, entonces he visto cómo ha ido creciendo, cómo se ha ido equipando, cómo se ha ido contratando recurso humano, y ahora al verlo ya completamente terminado y habilitado con todo su equipo, pues definitivamente que es una obra que va a venir a ayudar muchísimo a la gente de toda el área esta, tanto Zacatepeques como Chimaltenango.
His Holiness then traveled to Houston, Texas, where for the first time he delivered a Friday sermon from Bet Sami Mosque. Hazur highlighted the need for high spiritual standards in light of the writings of the promised Messiah alayhi salam here.
फरमाते हैं कि अल्लाह ताला के नज़दीक इस्लाम ऐसी चीज़ का नाम नहीं है कि बुरे काम से परहेज़ करे. इतना इस्लाम नहीं, बल्कि जब तक बदियों को छोड़कर नेकियां इख्तियार ना करे वो इस रूहानी ज़िंदगी में ज़िंदा नहीं रह सकता. नेकियां बतौर ग़ज़ा के हैं. जैसे कोई शख्स बग़ैर ग़ज़ा के ज़िंदा नहीं रह सकता, इसी तरह जब तक नेकी इख्तियार ना करे तो कुछ नहीं.
Our country needs to take heed of those words. Love for all, hatred for none.
I hope and pray that may Allah the Almighty enable us all to play our respective roles in bringing an end to the conflict that have plagued the world and to eradicate all forms of injustice and intolerance. Rather than a world of hate and hostility, I pray we leave behind a world of love and compassion.
After these landmark achievements in the United States of America, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr Aziz travelled back to the UK and started preparations for the 124th Jalsa Salana in Qadian, India. On the 30th of December, here from Bet al-Futuh Mosque, Hazur delivered the concluding address in which he highlighted the great status of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as elucidated and described by the promised Messiah alayhi salam.
और इस वक्त दुनिया के मुख्तलिफ ममालिक से आए हुए तकरीबन 18-19 हज़ार अहमदी उस बस्ती में जमा हैं जो ज़माने के इमाम और मसीह माऊद और महदी माऊद की बस्ती है. वो मसीह माऊद और महदी माऊद जो हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की पेशगोई और अल्लाह ताला के वादे के मुताबिक इस ज़माने में हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम के लाए हुए दीन की तजदीद के लिए मबूस हुए थे.
On the 20th of January 2018, Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen delivered the keynote address at the International Refresher Course of the Board of Ahmadiyya Arbitrators, Darul Qaza. This marked 100 years since the formation of the committee. 114 representatives from 15 countries worldwide came to Bet al-Futuh, where they were addressed by Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen. During his address, Hazur drew the attention of the representatives towards fulfilling their responsibilities as arbitrators. Hazur said that they must uphold the great standards of justice and truthfulness as outlined in the Holy Quran and the life of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
किसी भी मामले को कभी सरसरी ना देखें। ये मैं इसलिए नहीं कह रहा कि अमूमन ये होता है, लेकिन बाज़ दफ़ा बाज़ मुकदमात में ये एहसास होता है कि जिस गहराई से मामले को देखा जाना चाहिए और कुरान और सुन्नत और हदीस और ज़माने के हकम और अदल के इरशादात को जिस तरह सामने रखा जाना चाहिए था, सामने नहीं रखा गया। बस जब खलीफा वक्त ने एतमाद करके अपने इख्तियारात एक बोर्ड को तफवीज़ किए हैं, तो बोर्ड के हर मेंबर को इसकी अहमियत का अंदाज़ा होना चाहिए और हर समात के वक्त ये बात सामने होनी चाहिए।
The 2019 International Peace Symposium was also listed in the busy schedule of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis. Over 1,000 guests attended, among them 700 dignitaries and guests from 30 countries. They included ministers, ambassadors of states and members of parliaments. In his address, Hazur highlighted the growing threat of a nuclear war and how this cannot now be ignored.
I've expressed my view on many occasions that the leaders of some of the nuclear powers are trigger happy and appear not to appreciate the truly grave consequences of nuclear warfare. Thus, it is imperative that nations and their leaders do not focus only on their own national interests, but consider what is best for the world at large. Dialogue with other nations and communities is vital, and each party should work together with a spirit of tolerance and with the shared objective of developing true and sustainable peace in the world.
Reverend Kevin MacDonald, Archbishop Emeritus, thanked the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in its resolve in promoting peace.
And I think it's very appropriate that on behalf of all the guests here this evening, I say a big thank you to the Ahmadiyya community for this initiative, which is quite unusual and different and imaginative, bringing together people of different religions, different faiths, people in the public and private sector, people of different walks of life, to reflect on peace, because peace is an issue for all of us, or perhaps one could say more precisely, the lack of peace is an issue for all of us.
Just a few days after the National Peace Symposium, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis and the whole world on the 15th of March learned about the tragic shootings in New Zealand at a mosque. Hazur immediately condemned these shootings and praised the Prime Minister of New Zealand for setting up a great example for world leaders.
New Zealand की हुकूमत ने और ख़ासतौर पर वज़ीर-ए-आज़म ने जिन आला-तरीन अखलाक का मुज़ाहिरा किया है और हुकूमत के फ़राइज़ अदा करने का हक़ अदा किया है, वो भी अपनी मिसाल आप है। काश कि मुसलमान हुकूमतें भी इससे सबक लें और मज़हबी मुनाफ़रत को ख़त्म करने में अपना किरदार अदा करने वाली हों।
Hazrat Amirul Momineen also blessed the ladies' Waqfatin or Ijtima on the 6th of April 2019. Over 1,000 women and girls attended, and Hazur reminded them that they should have no embarrassment or complex regarding their faith.
In all respects, just as the Holy Quran was relevant and worthy of practice 1,400 years ago, it remains the same today. Therefore, all Waqfatin must entirely eliminate from their minds the belief that Islam is an old-fashioned religion or somehow backward. Instead of being a religion of the past, it is a religion of today and tomorrow, and will remain until the end of time, inshallah.
The very next day, on the 7th of April 2019, Hazur addressed the Waqf-e-Nau Ijtima of the boys. In his address, Hazur reminded the Waqf-e-Nau of their sacred pledge for serving Islam.
Remember that your vow to dedicate your life can only be of value and prove worthwhile if you act upon the commands of Allah the Almighty and remain staunchly devoted to Him at all times.
On the 29th of April 2019, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis Ayatollah ibn Aziz came here to Jamia Ahmadiyya UK for the graduation ceremony of 3 Jamiats: Jamia Ahmadiyya UK, Jamia Ahmadiyya Canada and Jamia Ahmadiyya Germany. During the ceremony, 17 students from Jamia Ahmadiyya UK, 18 from Jamia Ahmadiyya Germany and 6 from Canada were blessed as they were presented with their Shahid degree certificates by Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen. Hazur, in his address to the graduates, emphasized the need for being faithful to Allah, Islam and Waqf.
आप वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने इस्लाम के हकीकी पैगाम को फैलाने के लिए अपनी ज़िंदगियां वक्फ की। जामिया अहमदिया में दाखिल हुए, यहाँ 7 साल तालीम हासिल की और जो मेहनत आपने की है उसको अब आपको मज़ीद बढ़ाने और उस इल्म को मज़ीद बढ़ाने और इसको आगे फैलाने के लिए अब कोशिश करनी होगी।
All year round, Ansar, Khuddam, Atfal, Lajna members and Waqf-e-Nau flock from various parts of the world to meet Hazur and seek his guidance.
We're here at the beautiful green Surrey Hills, and at its heart is the new Markaz of Islamabad. This was to be a historical move, as Hazur said that Khalif Masih Rabi Rahmullah himself desired that Islamabad acts as a new Markaz. Scores of Ahmadi men, women and children were eagerly awaiting for Hazur's arrival here at the new Markaz in Islamabad. As Hazur arrived, he waved to the jubilant crowds and appreciated the poems being recited by children in praise of Allah the Almighty. It was a very special, momentous and historical moment in the history of Jamaat Ahmadiyya, the beginning of a new era. Flocks of Ahmadi Muslims from far and wide began coming to the new Markaz here in Islamabad, where Hazur would lead them in 5 daily prayers. And on Friday, the 17th of May, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Aziz officially inaugurated the Masjid Mubarak Mosque. Before leading the Friday sermon of the 17th of May, Hazur unveiled this commemorative plaque. Hazur then explained that in keeping with the tradition of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani Rizqi anhu, he would lead the congregation in Sajda-e Shukr, a prostration of gratitude to Allah the Almighty for giving us this mosque and the new headquarters.
Allah Ta'ala करे कि ये मस्जिद इस लिहाज से मुस्लिम मुबारक की मसील भी हो और अल्लाह ताला के फजलों को जज्ब करने वाली और हर लिहाज से मुबारक भी हो। जब इसका नाम रखने के लिए तजवीज़ हो रही थी तो उससे पहले और नाम जहन में आते रहे, मशरक़ भी होते रहे, बाज़ नाम हो गए, लेकिन फिर हज़रत मसीह मौऊद अलैहिस्सलाम का ये इल्हाम एकदम मेरे सामने आ गया, उसकी वजह से नाम रखा गया। इल्हाम ये था, मुबारकुम व कुल्लु अमरिन मुबारकिन युजलु फी। हज़रत मसीह मौऊद अलैहिस्सलाम के अल्फाज में ही इसका तर्जुमा ये है कि यानी ये मस्जिद बरकत दहिंदा और बरकत याफ्ता है। हर एक अमर मुबारक इसमें किया जाएगा।
Hazur also delivered his Darsul Quran at Masjid Mubarak on the last day of Ramadan. He highlighted the state of the world in light of the final 3 chapters of the Holy Quran, while also explaining various insights of these chapters. The joyous occasion of Eid al-Fitr was on the 5th of June 2019. Hazur delivered his Eid al-Fitr sermon from Bedl Futuh Mosque in London.
आज दुनिया अल्लाह अकबर के नारे से खौफजदा हो जाती है, क्योंकि बाज़ मुसलमानों के अमल ऐसे हैं कि अल्लाह अकबर और अशहदु अन ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह व अशहदु अन्ना मुहम्मदन अब्दुहु व रसूलुहु की आवाज़ से दुनिया घबराती है। लेकिन हमारा काम है कि इन प्यारे अल्फाज की हकीकत को दुनिया पर इस तरह खोलें कि हर कौम के लोग अशहदु अन ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह व अशहदु अन्ना मुहम्मदन अब्दुहु व रसूलुहु पढ़ने और इसका विर्द करने में राहत महसूस करें, खुशी महसूस करें।
After a few weeks, Majlis Shura took place in Bedl Futuh Mosque, and Hazrat Amirul Mu'mineen delivered a faith-inspiring speech there. The institution of Majlis Shura is the main consultative body established by the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat to discuss proposals to improve and enhance the works of the Jamaat in propagating the true peaceful teachings of Islam.
Hazrat Muslim Maud Rizal Anhu instructed that Shura members must inculcate within themselves khashiyatullah, the fear of Allah the Almighty. As Muslim Maud Rizal Anhu said that a person's speech and oratory, no matter how eloquent or well-spoken they may be, would not prove to be their means of success in this life or the next. Rather, the key to success and victory in this life and in the hereafter is to proclaim Rabbun Allah, that our Lord is Allah, and to live one's life according to this paramount principle.
On the 29th of June 2019, Hazur delivered the keynote address at a special inaugural reception to mark the opening of the new markaz here in Islamabad. This event took place in this large multi-purpose hall and saw over 300 guests coming to it. The attendees included members of the Parliament, members of the House of Lords, dignitaries, friends of the Jamaat, and most importantly, the local residents around Islamabad. Hazur stressed upon the Islamic teachings of taking care of one's neighbour and upholding their rights. Hazur did this by presenting verses from the Holy Quran and the life of the Holy Prophet ﷺ as a living example.
I think you can always tell somebody who is a holy man. He has a presence about him. He is a man of God. And I think that it's obvious from the way he speaks. And what I take from his speech is his willingness to try and ensure that people work together, which is what we should be doing.
We have shown just a glimpse of Hazur's busy schedule throughout the year since Jalsa Salana 2018. In reality, every second of Hazur's life is for the service of Islam. May Allah the Almighty continue to strengthen our beloved Hazur's hand, and may this Jamaat continue to flourish under the shadow of his great leadership.
अमृत है तेरे बोल तो पैगाम जिंदगी, अमृत है तेरे बोल तो पैगाम जिंदगी. زندہ وہی ہے جو کہ خدا کے قریب ہے، مقبول بن کے اس کے عزیز و حبیب ہے، زندہ وہی ہے جو کہ خدا کے قریب ہے، مقبول بن کے اس کے عزیز و حبیب ہے۔ زندہ وہی ہے جو کہ خدا کے قریب ہے، مقبول بن کے اس کے عزیز و حبیب ہے، زندہ خدا کے قریب ہے، مقبول بن کے اس کے عزیز و حبیب ہے۔
نادر زراعت ٹھیک۔ اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم، بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم۔ ناظرین کرام السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ۔ ہماری خوش قسمتی ہے کہ ہمارے ساتھ ابھی اسٹوڈیوز میں ہمارے ایک نہایت معزز مہمان مکرم و محترم سید قاسم احمد شاہ صاحب، ناظر امور خارجہ صدر انجمن احمدیہ اور ناظر زراعت صدر انجمن احمدیہ پاکستان موجود ہیں۔ ہم آج انشاءاللہ حضور انور ایدہ اللہ تعالیٰ بنصرہ العزیز کے خلافت احمدیہ کی عظیم الشان منصب پر متمکن ہونے سے قبل کی جو زندگی ہے اس میں سے جو ایک حصہ ہے جب آپ افریقہ نصرت جہاں اسکیم کے تحت وقف کر کے گئے، اس پر بات کریں گے۔ مکرم محترم سید قاسم احمد شاہ صاحب، ہر احمدی خواہ وہ بچہ ہو، بڑا ہو، مرد ہو، عورت ہو، اس کا خلافت سے اور خصوصاً خلیفہ وقت سے ایک ایسا تعلق، طبعاً ایک ایسا تعلق ہوتا ہے، ایسی محبت ہوتی ہے کہ اس کا دل چاہتا ہے کہ اسے حضور کی زندگی کے ہر لمحے کی بابت جو ہے وہ معلومات ہوں اور پتہ چلتا رہے کہ حضور کی کیا مصروفیات ہیں یا آپ کی پچھلی زندگی کیسی گزری۔ تو جب حضور نے اپنی زندگی وقف کی ہے نصرت جہاں اسکیم کے تحت، تو میں چاہوں گا کہ آپ اس کے متعلق ہمارے ناظرین کو کچھ بتائیں۔
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم۔ حضرت صاحب نے جب MSc ایگریکلچرل اکنامکس میں کی فیصل آباد زرعی یونیورسٹی سے، تو حضور کی خدمت میں خلیفۃ المسیح الثالث کی خدمت میں وقف کے طور پہ اپنے آپ کو پیش کیا۔ حضور نے فرمایا کہ طریقہ جدید میں آپ پیش ہوں، وہ آپ کا انٹرویو لیں گے اور وہ پھر رپورٹ دیں گے۔ اب جب حضور تشریف لے گئے دفاتر میں، ان کا انٹرویو ہوا، لیکن انٹرویو کے بعد جو رپورٹ بھجوائی گئی وہ آج ہم دیکھتے ہیں تو بڑی دلچسپ تھی۔ وہ رپورٹ یہ تھی کہ اس مضمون کی ہمیں ضرورت نہیں ہے، اب انسان کی نظر اگر وہاں چلی جائے جہاں خدا کی پڑتی ہے تو معاملات اور ہو جاتے ہیں. خدا تعالیٰ کی بڑی گہری نظر ہوتی ہے. اور یہ بھی یاد رکھنا چاہیے کہ امام وقت کو بھی خدا تعالیٰ نے وہ بصیرت عطا کی ہوتی ہے کہ جہاں تک وہ دیکھتا ہے عام انسان دیکھ ہی نہیں سکتا.
بالکل اسی طرح
جب خلیفۃ المسیح الثالث رحمہ اللہ تعالیٰ کی خدمت میں یہ جواب پیش ہوا تو حضور نے فرمایا، اور غالباً جو اس وقت مجھے پتہ لگا کہ حضور نے اس کو بڑا ناپسند کیا اور ایک عجیب شوقت سے یہ فرمایا کہ ان کو نہیں، مجھے ہے ضرورت. پھر فرمایا کہ اب نصرت جہاں میں چلے جانا. نصرت جہاں میں سیکٹری ہوتے تھے اور براہ راست حضور کی ارشادات کے تحت وہ کام کرتی تھی مجلس نصرت جہاں. وہاں سے پھر ان کا نصرت جہاں میں آغاز ہوا، خدمت کا. گھانا کے بارے میں فیصلہ ہوا. یقیناً حضور سے پوچھا گیا ہوگا تو حضور 1977 میں گھانا تشریف لے گئے. وہاں پہ شمال میں گھانا کے سلاگا ایک جگہ تھی، وہ اسکول تھا جماعت کا، اور گھر تھا 2 کمروں کا. ایک کمرے میں پرنسپل صاحب رہتے تھے، ایک کمرے میں حضور. چھوٹا سا برآمدہ تھا سامنے اور ایک بورچی خانہ بھی. تو واش روم ٹوائلٹ باہر ایک طرف تھی. اب چونکہ میں جانتا ہوں، پہلے سے علم تھا، تو مجھے بھی بہت حیرت ہوتی ہے کہ حضور کو کھانا وغیرہ پکانا بالکل نہیں آتا تھا. مجھے نہیں علم کہ کس طرح وہاں پہ گزارا ہوا. غالباً 1 سال کے بعد یا چند مہینوں کے بعد بیگم صاحبہ بھی تشریف لے گئیں. اب آپ تصور کریں کہ 2 کمرے کا گھر ہے اور ایک میں پرنسپل صاحب رہتے ہیں اور ایک میں حضور اپنی فیملی سمیت ایک بچی ساتھ.
اچھا، فیملی جب گئی ہے تو وہ بھی اسی کمرے میں؟ پھر
اسی کمرے میں
اس وقت کوئی علیحدہ گھر نہیں ملا؟
اس کو علیحدہ نہیں تھا. اس کے بعد اب مجھے یہ علم نہیں کہ وہیں پہ پرنسپل بنے تھے یا اسارچر ایک جگہ تھی وہاں پہ اسکول نیا بنا تھا تو حضور کو پرنسپل مقرر کیا گیا. جو حالات تھے اس وقت بہت ہی سخت تھے. عام آدمی تصور نہیں کر سکتا. نہ آپ کو دودھ ملے گا بچوں کا، نہ چھوٹی چھوٹی چیزیں، مثلا صابن ہے، بلب ہے، یہ چیزیں بھی مفقود تھیں. جب کسی اسٹور میں کوئی چیز آنی تو سارے نصرت جہاں کے اساتذہ، ڈاکٹرز اور مبلغین ایک دوسرے کو اطلاع بھجواتے تھے کہ فلاں اسٹور میں فلاں چیز آ گئی ہے تو وہ لے لو. الاؤنسز بھی بہت معمولی تھے اور بڑا مشکل تھا اس میں گزارا کرنا. بلکہ یوں کہہ سکتے ہیں کہ بظاہر ناممکن تھا، لیکن خدا تعالیٰ نے ہر ایک کا کوئی نہ کوئی انتظام کیا ہوتا ہے. لیکن پھر بھی زندگی بہت ہی مشکل تھی.
اور اس میں خصوصاً جو گھریلو ضرورت ہوتی ہے اس میں پانی، اور وہ ہمیں پتہ چلتا ہے کہ پانی افریقہ میں جو ہے تو کیا پانی، صاف پانی جو تھا وہ میسر تھا؟
پانی کے لیے بہت محنت کرنی پڑتی تھی. مثلا جب حضور ٹمالے میں تھے، بعد میں دوبارہ اسی ناردرن ایریا میں آئے تو کافی دور جا کے گاڑی پہ پھر وہ ڈرم وغیرہ بھر کے پانی لاتے تھے. تو باقی یہ جو سٹریمز وغیرہ آتی ہیں، چھوٹی چھوٹی پانی کی شاخیں، ان سے پانی لیا جاتا تھا. پھر یہ دقتیں تو تھیں، لیکن حضور نے گزارے کے لیے وہ طریق نہیں اختیار کیے جو ایک یہ میں کہہ سکتا ہوں کہ جس کا تقویٰ پہ بہت تقویٰ کے اعلیٰ ترین مقام پہ فائز ہو وہ وہی کر سکتا ہے. تو میں نے یہ دیکھا, میں اس کی وضاحت زیادہ نہیں کر سکتا, لیکن میں جانتا ہوں, اس لیے جانتا ہوں کہ میں بھی وہاں 1 سال پھر رہ کے آیا تھا بعد میں. تو وہاں پہ حضور نے کبھی سبزی لگا لینی, وہاں پہ کچھ اور مرغیاں وغیرہ پال لینی, تو لیکن جس طریق پہ گزارا کیا وہ ہمیشہ ایک صبر اور شکر کا ایک اعلیٰ نمونہ تھا.
بالکل ٹھیک ہے.
کبھی حضور کے منہ سے شکوہ نہیں سنا, کبھی کوئی تلخ بات نہیں سنی, گھبراہٹ پریشانی کا تو شائبہ تک نہیں ہوتا تھا. بہرحال جس طرح وہاں پہ رہے اللہ تعالیٰ کا فضل ہی رہا ان پہ, لیکن یہ بھی میں نے دیکھا کہ ایک غیر معمولی عزت اور احترام دیا جاتا تھا ان کو. اور بھی ٹیچرز تھے بہت سارے, ڈاکٹرز بھی تھے, مبلغین کرام بھی تھے, لیکن یہ تو میں نے بڑی یونیورسٹی میں بھی نوٹ کی جب ہم پڑھتے تھے وہاں, کہ خدا تعالیٰ نے ایک روب دیا ہوا تھا حضور کو. فیصل آباد زرعی یونیورسٹی میں جو اسٹوڈنٹس تھے, ساتھ تھے, کولیگ تھے, ٹیچرز تھے, کبھی ان کو یہ ہمت نہیں ہوئی کہ لغو قسم کی بات کر سکیں. یہی احترام میں نے اس وقت بھی دیکھا جب حضور ناظر اعلیٰ مقرر ہوئے. وہ منظر آنکھوں کے سامنے پھرتا ہے.
اس میں فیصل آباد کے دور کی, معذرت میں آپ کی بات کاٹ رہا ہوں, فیصل آباد کے دور کی آپ نے بات کی, اس وقت ایک خواب کا بھی ذکر ملتا ہے.
ٹھیک ہے,
میں چاہوں گا کہ وہ
حضور کا جب MSc کا امتحان تھا اور اس میں وائوا ہوتا ہے, زبانی امتحان, اچھے خاصے نمبر تھے اس کے, تو حضور کو کچھ فکر تھی. ہر ایک کو ہوتی ہے امتحان کی, لیکن یہاں میں پھر بتا دوں گھبراہٹ پریشانی کوئی نہیں تھی. فکر ہوتی ہے, ہر ایک ہوتی ہے. تو ایک دن صبح فرمانے لگے, مجھے مخاطب کر کے فرمایا کہ اب میری فکر دور ہو گئی ہے. تو میں نے پوچھا وہ کس طرح؟ تو فرمایا کہ رات خواب میں مجھے کوئی شخص کہتا ہے ینصرو کا رجال النوحی علیہ من السماء, تیری مدد ایسے رجال سے کروں گا جن کو آسمان سے میں وہی کروں گا, ہم وہی کریں گے. ہم تیری مدد ایسے رجال سے کریں گے جن کو آسمان سے وہی کریں گے. اب یہاں پہ اگر تھوڑا سا رکیں ہم, تو آپ کو علم ہے کہ یہ مسیح موعود علیہ السلام کو الہام ہوا تھا, اور یہ بھی ہر ایک کو علم ہے کہ ایک الہام یہ بھی تھا انی ماں کا یا مسرور. آپ ان دونوں کو ملا کے دیکھیں, خدا تعالیٰ فرماتا ہے کہ میں تیرے ساتھ تو ہوں, لیکن ایسے رجال بھی میں تیرے ساتھ کر دوں گا جن کو آسمان سے وہی کروں گا. بڑی خوبصورت بات.
اس کے نظارے ہم آج دیکھتے ہیں,
ہم دیکھ رہے ہیں, اور انشاءاللہ آئندہ اس سے بڑھ کے دیکھیں گے,
دیکھتے چلے جائیں گے. ایک اور سوال میں چاہوں گا کہ جب حضور خلافت کے اس عظیم الشان منصب پہ متمکن ہوئے, اور آپ کا پہلے ایک بے تکلفی کا بھی تعلق تھا, شروع سے آپ حضور کے قرب میں بھی رہے, بحیثیت دوست بھی رہے, اور ایک رشتہ داری کا بھی تعلق تھا, تو خلافت کے بعد وہ تعلق جو ہے اس کے متعلق آپ ہمیں کچھ بتائیں.
آج آپ میرا انٹرویو کر رہے ہیں, اس انٹرویو میں جب مجھے اطلاع ملی تو سب سے پہلی گھبراہٹ یہی ہوئی تھی کہ جو میں باتیں کروں گا کہیں حضور کو ناگوار نہ گزریں. ایک جو جہاں پہ ایک احترام ہوتا ہے, ایک احترام ہوتا ہے محبت والا, پھر ایک احترام کی سٹیج یہ ہوتی ہے کہ اس میں خوف بھی ہوتا ہے کہ کہیں ایسی بات نہ مجھ سے نکل جائے جو حضور کو ناگوار گزرے. تو ایک خوف میں زندگی بہر گزرتی ہے. کبھی کبھار کوئی ذاتی طور پہ بھی مشورہ کرنا ہو تو پہلے صدقہ اور دعا کر کے پھر ہی کرتا ہوں. تو یہ میری حالت نہیں, سب کی یہی حالت
ہوتی ہے. جزاک اللہ.
خدا تعالیٰ کا فضل ہے جو خدا نے کیوں دیا ہوا ہے.
جزاکم اللہ کہ آپ نے اپنے قیمتی وقت میں سے ہمیں وقت دیا. اب ہم انشاءاللہ ایک نظم سنیں گے، جس کے بعد ایک نہایت دلچسپ ڈاکومنٹری جو کہ بلیز کے ملک پر ہے وہ ہم آپ کو دکھائیں گے. یہ ملک جو ہے یہ بھی بتاتے چلیں کہ چند ہی سال قبل احمدیت کی آغوش میں آیا تھا، اور یہ ڈاکومنٹری ہے کہ کس طرح مختلف ذرائع سے جو ہے وہاں تبلیغ اسلام جو ہے وہ ہو رہی ہے. اور اسی کے ساتھ ساتھ ایم ٹی اے کی ٹیمز نے نہایت محنت کے ساتھ مختلف آف لائن ڈاکومنٹریز بھی تیار کی ہوئی ہیں جو کہ انشاءاللہ ہم آپ کو دکھائیں گے. تو آئیے چل کے سنتے ہیں نظم، اور جس کے بعد جو ہے ڈاکومنٹری ہوگی، اور اس کے بعد پھر ہمیں آؤٹ ڈور میں پریزنٹرز جو ہیں ہمیں آگے کنٹینیو رکھیں گے.
گھٹا کرم کی ہجوم میں بلا سے اٹھی ہے، کرامت کے دل درد آشنا سے اٹھی ہے. جو آہ سجدائے صبر و رضا سے اٹھی ہے، جو آہ سجدائے صبر و رضا سے اٹھی ہے. زمین بوس تھی اس کی عطا سے اٹھی ہے، زمین بوس تھی اس کی عطا سے اٹھی ہے. رسائی دیکھو کہ باتیں خدا سے کرتی ہے، رسائی دیکھو کہ باتیں خدا سے کرتی ہے. دعا جو قلب کے تحت سرا سے اٹھی ہے، دعا جو قلب کے تحت سرا سے اٹھی ہے. یہ کائنات ازل سے نہ جان کتنی بار، یہ کائنات ازل سے نہ جان کتنی بار خلا میں ڈوب چکی ہے، خلا سے اٹھی ہے، خلا میں ڈوب چکی ہے، خلا سے اٹھی ہے. صدا کی رسم ہے ابلیسیت کی بانگ زبوں، صدا کی رسم ہے ابلیسیت کی بانگ زبوں. انا کی گود میں پل کر ابا سے اٹھی ہے، انا کی گود میں پل کر ابا سے اٹھی ہے. حیا سے سیاہ بخت نیش زن مردود، حیا سے آری سیاہ بخت نیش نیش زن مردود یہ واہ واہ کسی کربلا سے اٹھی ہے یہ واہ واہ کسی کربلا سے اٹھی ہے خاموشیوں میں کھنکنے لگی کھسک دل کی خاموشیوں میں کھنکنے لگی کھسک دل کی ایک ایسی ہوک دل بے نوا سے اٹھی ہے ایک ایسی ہوک دل بے نوا سے اٹھی ہے مسیح بن کے وہی آسماں سے اتری ہے مسیح بن کے وہی آسماں سے اتری ہے جو التجا دل ناکت خدا سے اٹھی ہے جو التجا دل ناکت خدا سے اٹھی ہے وہ آنکھ اٹھی تو مردے جگا گئے لاکھوں وہ آنکھ اٹھی تو مردے جگا گئے لاکھوں قیامت ہوگی کہ جو اس ادا سے اٹھی ہے قیامت ہوگی کہ جو اس ادا سے اٹھی ہے قیامت ہوگی کہ جو اس ادا سے اٹھی ہے
Heavily armed police and BDF were visible today in the Tibru Street area in Belize City as tensions have escalated following the homicidal violence that swept the city over the weekend.
Alcohol, drugs, and violence. It's everywhere. But in Central America, murders and gang life are part of everyday life and sometimes impossible to avoid. Young people today are said to be the leaders of tomorrow. But what happens when they don't have the role models to become good leaders? I'm going on a journey around Belize, a small country in Central America, to try and understand the challenges faced by young people here.
If the kids have nothing to do, most definitely they will venture into doing things that are not or shouldn't be done.
For more than 5 centuries, Belize was in the grips of colonial powers. And since gaining independence, they've been locked in a social battle triggered by the global drugs trade.
Drug of choice, marijuana.
But now there's a chance to reform this nation. So I'm going deep within this country to meet the people trying to make a change, the Ahmadiyya Muslims. They believe that through the game of basketball, they can engage young people to do good. But with the stigma attached to Muslims nowadays, it's not always so easy.
Ahmadiyya? He said, they are from city, they are Muslim people. And I'm like, yes. And he was like, is it about terrorists? I said, it's basketball camp. We're not talking nothing about terrorists. Why are you thinking about terrorists? He said, but that's what Islam is all about. I said, no, it's not.
So join me as I travel with the Ahmadiyya Muslim youth and dive into this unknown world where I encounter some amazing people, stunning landscapes, and experience some of the most dangerous places on the planet.
A murder on Friday night has the victim's family members believing that the deceased was lured to his death.
we're stuck on the highway outside of Hopkins, so whatever decision you make has to be made immediately.
As I try to find out if young people really have any hope for a better future here in Belize. With one foot in the Central American jungles and the other in the Caribbean Sea, Belize is a small country full of scenic beauty and ancient cultures. With a population of just under 400,000, Belize is said to be the smallest nation in Central America. For centuries, Belize has been a closed-off British colony. But since independence, the world is slowly waking up to the charms of this country. People don't usually think of Belize as having a Caribbean coastline, but it does, and it's breathtaking. Beneath the waves, the coral reefs of Belize is the second largest in the world and a haven for diversity. Yet, it's not all paradise here. Away from the tourist resorts and lush beaches, young people living here are at constant risk of crime and violence. There's not much for young people to do here. There aren't any grand shopping centres, arcades or theme parks, but there's one thing the country has in abundance: basketball courts. Under the guidance of the current head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, a community known for its humanitarian work, the Ahmadiyya Muslims have started a fight back to help young people here beat their odds. They plan to empower young people through sports, so a basketball league was set up to engage youngsters here. 4 years on, whilst working closely with the people of Belize, there are now 36 teams competing throughout the country. My journey starts in Belize City, where I meet with the missionary of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, Imam Mangla. He's an Imam on a mission. After finishing his religious studies in Canada, he was sent to Belize to start the Ahmadiyya mission here. He quickly noticed that with more than half the country's population being under 24, there was a chance to try and move young people away from a life of crime and engage them in something more positive.
We were able to meet the mayor of the city at the beginning when we came here, and we said to him that instead of we doing something and it might not be useful to you, why don't you tell us that how we can offer our services? He told us that one of the big problems in the city is the crime rate as far as the youth are concerned. So automatically, one thing that clicked in my mind was the Ahmadiyya Basketball League. This is something that has been running in Canada for a long time, now in the US. So we suggested to him that, what do you think of this idea? And he agreed right away. So we presented the whole idea to Hazur Anwar, and Hazur said something very interesting. He said that you should go ahead and do it, and even if the city does not pay, Jamaat should pay full amount and go ahead and do it.
The Ahmadiyya Muslim community has only been in Belize for 6 years, but in that time, they've already established themselves as an outreach organization helping young people here. Through basketball, they've managed to bring together young people from different districts and neighborhoods who otherwise would hardly have any positive contact.
We have grown over the years. We used to struggle. I could remember the first year, we were struggling to have 10 teams committed. Now, fast forward to 4 years now, we're at 32 teams strong.
I wanted to see for myself the league's impact in the community, so I arranged to meet with some of the players from the league to try and understand what difference, if any, it's making to their lives.
If the ABL League wasn't here, right, and such initiatives, I'm sure there's other leagues or other sports that people play here. If such activities weren't organised by people, what would the youth be doing? Is there a lot of challenges people face growing up here?
Well, growing up, peer pressure is what gets a lot of kids in trouble, and so they stop and they become gang members, and they start their own gangs or work for other gang members. Without all that happening, basketball is what's been helping a lot of kids because they're getting something else to do.
ABL is a big reason to why
basketball is becoming alive again in Belize. I see a lot of people take basketball seriously because it's a way to get free education. Education is expensive. I know that I'm trying to use basketball to get my way with education as well.
If without leagues like ABL and other ones that do come to Belize, kids would still be playing basketball. They'd wait, like when he said, in the evenings, and they'll go to their neighborhood courts, and they'll be playing. But to what cause? They've been playing until they turn 20, 30 years old, and they would have gotten nowhere with their talent. And Belize has so much talent.
Have you guys heard of Ahmadiyya before the basketball league opened here?
Never,
Do you know what they were?
No idea.
Do you know what they are now?
What they did that I noticed that I really liked when they came to Belize is that they try to take that stigma off of Muslims that they are very violent people. Like I noticed a lot of things with people in Belize. They're not very open-minded and they're a bit ignorant.
But to be honest, you can't really blame people because on the media there's so much negative things. To be honest, if I grew up in Belize and I had no contact with Muslims, and from the stuff I've seen on TV, I would have the exact same view. Right? Because I would have never seen how a Muslim really is. Right? Now you mentioned something interesting. You said Ahmadiyya preach love, peace, and all the good stuff. Right? Now that's all great on paper, right? But have you seen them practice what they preach from your encounter with them?
I notice a lot of people doing this. They don't want to help you unless they're getting something out of it. Yeah, that's what I really like about the Ahmadiyya basketball organization, because they're not really getting anything out of it. They're not getting any money out of it. The only thing they're really getting is that people realize that, yes, they're a good organization, but that's just it. But they still do it anyway because they know we care and we're ready to do the work and improve ourselves and try to make Belize look good in the eyes of other countries.
Speaking with the players, it was good to hear about the impact the Ahmadiyya League was having in the country. After the initial success of the league, Imam Mangla is now holding small basketball camps all over the country to engage more kids.
I love this guy.
And for assistance, he's invited Yusuf Seeger, an Ahmadiyya Muslim from Canada, to help in this cause.
I think Canada's on a budget, man.
The first thing Yusuf did was walk through the streets of Belize to try and promote the camps, with the hope of reaching new audiences.
In the bottom? In the bug? On the bug? Thank you, thank you. God bless you.
This was no easy task.
We're the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. We're the peaceful Muslims. We're over here spreading the message of love. None of this jihad of the sword and all this negative stuff, right? No, ma'am.
Born in Texas and having accepted Islam 10 years ago, Yusuf immediately saw the shared love for basketball as a way to engage young Ahmadis from all over North America.
It started with my brother-in-law and me. We used to go and travel to countries. We called it Din and Dunya, and we would find countries that had a Jamaat in it. And we realized really quickly that in Belize, basketball was life. Every court we went to, we'd go watch Marvisal play, and he had a team at the time, and he sponsored them and had it was really cool to see all these guys with, the Ahmadiyya logo and name on their jersey, and we're out there, and the neighborhood's out there, and they're all excited and stuff, and we're like, what is this, And we'd go play basketball at night. We actually used to come down here. We taught our class just on the other side of downtown. We would be here every single night.
Doing what?
We would teach a class in the morning, we'd teach a class in the evening, and then we'd have to get back. So if we had a ride, then we'd catch a ride. If not, then we would just catch a cab.
He's helped bring 16 volunteers, organizers, and basketball coaches from Canada and the United States to help with the camps.
Belize Jamaat did their part. They did all of the groundwork over here. Whenever we showed up, they were ready to go. They had the camps lined up. And one of the most crucial moments was when originally we were going to go to Belize City and just do Belize City, which would have been great. But when Imam Saab went and turned it into a tour program and got us approval to go into all these different sites and to spread it from the north to south of Belize, that's when it was really over. And it was also great for us to sell in it too, because guys are like, yeah, I'm going. And I was like, we're covering the country. And all of a sudden they're like, okay, all right, I'm coming. Let me pack my bag. How much money do I need to bring? And, everybody's mentality changed the minute that it turned into a tour.
Over the years, violence has increased greatly in Belize and is now recognized as a serious economic and social problem. Persistent poverty and inequality have resulted in organized crime and the emergence of illegal drug trafficking. As night falls, the violence of the city strikes close to us. 6 shootings take place in less than 36 hours.
Belize City was rocked by 2 shooting incidents within hours of each other this afternoon.
A murder on Friday night has the victim's family members believing that the deceased was lured to his death.
The next morning, I want to know more about the areas affected by this carnage, so I've come to meet Kamal Nunes, an ex-police officer and now a guidance counsellor at the Gateway Youth Centre. This part of the city is so dangerous that troops regularly patrol the streets. Since coming here, I haven't seen any foreign tourists.
These areas have been labelled as gang-ridden areas, as violent-prone areas, because obviously they're at the back of the town. Nobody really comes to these places. Even the tourists, when they come, they don't need to come here, so they don't see what is happening here. Citizens of Belize are casualties of a drug war that's going on, that fronts itself as a gang or turf war. They're just casualties.
Kamal converted to Islam after being attracted to the humanitarian services provided by the Ahmadiyya Muslims in Belize. This made me wonder about how people in general felt about religion in this country.
Our people generally are God-fearing people. They believe in one God. Any one of them you ask them, they'll tell you they believe in one God. And all of them are starving for structure and direction that they can't find and haven't been able to find in the church and haven't been able to find from even the people who are running the country.
The Ahmadiyya Basketball League right here is becoming big, way bigger than we had anticipated.
The media have taken a keen interest in covering the league, with the games having even attracted regular live coverage on national television.
Good afternoon, as we are coming to you live from the Civic Center here in Belize City to bring you the U13 Championship game of the Ahmadiyya Basketball League here from Belize City. I am Reynard Gabat, and I'm joined in the broadcast booth by our play-by-play commentator, Peter Lacey.
With a total population of only 350,000 in Belize, the media is the best way to create a mass awareness around the country. Before the ABL camps kick off, I'm joining Imam Naveed and his team, who are visiting all the major television and radio outlets to talk about the free programs they'll be offering.
James? Yes. Tell us about this radio station. What's this about?
So this is Creme FM. It's a station that we actually used to have a radio program on. But as I've become aware lately that program is no longer running.
As a native of Canada, James Sinclair is on his 3rd visit to Belize. Alongside the Basketball League, the Ahmadiyya Muslims also offer a cell phone repair course, free to all Belizeans, which James teaches all by himself.
This is my 3rd year in Belize. Before I became a Waqf Zindagi, that is a devotee for life, I specialized in business, specifically mobile communications. And that's something that I can offer to the people here in Belize. And they can take that and they can run with it and start their own businesses, and they can also provide for their families in the meantime.
Whilst James and Kamal promote the camps at Creme TV, I rush across town with Imam Naveed to another live morning show hosted by Love Television.
Half an hour, 8:30 in the night, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got some time.
Whilst waiting to go on air, Imam Naveed explains how the national newspapers are also helping to promote the league.
So, by the grace of Allah, our scores from the basketball league are updated on the paper weekly. So it's right towards the end. You can see right here, Ahmadiyya Basketball League, Week 7 results. And like I mentioned, through basketball, the name of Ahmadiyya is going around the whole country.
With only a few minutes to go on air, we're rejoined by James and Kamal. They're keen to tell us about their experience at the other TV station. It seems the host of the show wasn't too keen on Ahmadiyya Muslims being the organisers behind the basketball league.
Oh my God. But at the end of the day, it makes him look bad.
Of course, that's the reason why I'm thinking.
You trying to turn the volume down on Ahmadiyya.
He tried to turn it down. He's like, okay, we're not here about your community. We're here about the basketball.
He said that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost bursted out laughing because
he was pushing it too much.
He's pushing it too much. Everybody sees this. It's plain to be seen that there's
the
some
good thing is last time somebody called, when he asked us this question that when we already have Sunnis and other Muslims, what are Ahmadis doing here? Why did you come? So before we got to answer that, a person called in live, and he said that, brother, I want to say that ever since the Ahmadis have come here, I'm a Muslim, but I feel bad that we were not doing anything, but these are Ahmadi Muslims are the only ones that are actually working with the Belizeans. That has never happened before.
And there is definitely no doubt that Love FM is #1. We give you the most innovative, comprehensive, and entertaining coverage with the least commercials during the entire race. Join us on Holy Saturday, March 31.
Good morning, Belize, and good morning. I say good morning, Belize, and good morning. And how are you this morning?
Not bad.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the morning show, the last segment of our show. And
this morning we're talking about basketball, which is in season, big time season right now in Belize. And
of course, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat Belize is big in promoting young people and young talent in the game, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, welcome to you.
Thank you for having us.
Right off the bat, Imam Naveed takes this opportunity to introduce the Ahmadiyya Muslim community and its holy founder.
Ever since he said that God has told me that your message will reach the corners of the earth, and it was that time people mocked him, made fun of him, that your own people in your town don't even know you, and now you're telling me that you're telling us that your message will reach the corners of the earth. So it was impossible to think of that time that this mission will succeed, but trust me, sitting in Belize today, and Belize is small because I asked him before coming, did you know Belize was on the map? He said no. So we're in...
The morning show on Love Television reaches audiences in every district and town in Belize. So this is a perfect opportunity for Imam Naveed to get his message out.
Basketball is just the start. This is the way that we got our foot in the door, was to reach out to the youth and try and help the kids here in Belize and start a basketball camp. You're only seeing the beginning of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat in Belize.
God bless you.
दी की नुसरत के लिए एक आसमां पर शोर है दी की नुसरत के लिए एक आसमां पर शोर है.
Today is the first day of the first camp in Belize City. Before all the campers arrive, I meet up with the head coach, Osman Jamil from USA.
Well, we want some of the players.
Osman fell in love with the idea of the league after following his progress on social media. Back home, Osman's been coaching young athletes for many years as an urban youth coach. He's a strong believer in the game and is confident it can bring positive changes to young people.
As coaches with basketball, a lot of time we'll say basketball, not only does it build character, but it reveals character. Part of the beauty of the game is you have to be willing to sacrifice and give up your ego for the betterment of the team. And I think the message as coaches that we give to our players of oneness and sacrifice rings home and rings true with Islam Ahmadiyya as well, right?
As you progress as basketball players, make sure you guys take your own responsibility amongst yourselves. We need to see leaders. Belize needs more leaders. The world needs more leaders, right? So don't rely so much on them. If you see that your team is not playing hard defense, don't wait for the coach to say something. You can step up and say something, right? Like, come on, let's pick it up.
The first camp that was offered in Belize this year was in Belize City at St. John's College. I was there myself. I think about 80 or 90 kids showed up. They were really excited to be there. They were really excited to work on their basketball skills.
In our planning initially, we were very excited about St. John's because it didn't have some of the challenges that the other courts had, and specifically it had 3 courts on it. And so we were really excited about St. John's, but we were also worried because it was our first camp together that it was gonna be a mess. And honestly, it went so smooth. Like it was almost just seamless.
What's going on, man?
Usman.
Kidel and
Kidel. John, what's going on? You guys, we're looking for a couple more coaches for the camp. Would you guys be willing to help out?
Nothing young boys, being a male myself, having grown up in this country, love more than competing, right? It gives you an adrenaline rush, it gives you a sense of belonging, it gives you a sense of hope, it gives you a sense of family.
Who's gonna be a champion today? Is it the Rockers?
The ABL camps are skill-building camps designed to attract young people from all over Belize. More than just lessons in basketball, the camps offer a platform for young people to make new friends and engage in positive activities. Here, young people get a chance to feel good about who they are and what they can do.
Playing any sport, I remember playing football as a boy and playing basketball when I grew older. It really keeps you looking forward to something and to have bragging rights most of all, right? To be able to brag that, hey, I beat this team, or oh, we beat that team, or man, I put a moves on this brother, this person, you know? It's really about building self-esteem and self-image. And it only has better to get. I believe that this is just the tip of the iceberg, the beginning stages of this league. So inshallah, I think it's going to do very good things for our young people.
In Belize, the Ahmadiyya Muslims are not the only ones providing programs to tackle the social problems of the country. While the issues young people face are varied, each organization is engaging people in their own way. And to find out more, I headed to the south side of the city, to an area notorious for poverty, drugs, and violent crime. I met up with someone who has spent most of her life helping young Belizeans, Miss Deborah Sewell. She's currently the managing director of a large non-profit organization known for working with the city's most vulnerable children.
We have young men who have sat with us and told us just what their entire day looks like, which includes extorting people on a daily basis for as little as $20, not $20 per person, but $20 for the entire group.
Deborah says, with no money to feed their families, joining gangs and selling drugs are sometimes the only way out of poverty.
So when a young man has to take on the burden and the responsibility of caring for a family, and we're talking about a young man who is probably 15, 16 years old, is now faced with the burden of providing, whether it's a situation where he's told that he needs to do that or he just feels that he needs to do that because of he's the oldest in the family and he's seeing the situation that they're going through. So he takes it upon himself now to become the provider. And so if that young person at that age is not able to find employment, then, you know, we find that they gravitate and become part of these gangs because those gangs do provide for them. At least they make sure that they eat.
Caribbean women like Deborah have emerged as a force for change in the region. Whilst men often fall victims to crime, the women of Belize have slowly become the backbone of the country.
It's easier for women to be able to move across gang lines than it is for men. So you will find that women are the ones who are trying to make a living, trying to earn monies to support their families, because due to the level of gang violence and the different borders, it's much easier for women to be able to cross those lines than it is for men.
We decided to go and meet one such Belizean woman, Sister Khadijah, a local businesswoman who recently moved back to Belize from the United States.
So what is this place again?
This is the famous swing bridge. It used to swing a long time ago, and this is where we bring most of our volunteer. Can I see your flyer?
She believes the reason women have taken on roles as providers is because most men have fallen victims to alcohol and gambling.
In Belize, you always see billboards for Bellican and Lighthouse and whatever function they have, a political function, mind you, will have alcohol. We'll be serving alcohol. There's a laxity, there's a looseness. And I think that looseness is from their alcohol consumption. Morning. They get paid and they drink it away. And so, of course, the wife will be upset. She doesn't have money for her children. You know, bills aren't being paid. and you call this fun, and it destroys your health, it destroys your social life, your family life. Well, alhamdulillah, I'm not an alcoholic.
And why do you feel Islam can address that issue?
Because there's no drinking allowed in Islam.
Sister Khadijah was the first person to accept Islam Ahmadiyya in Belize. She now spends most of her time volunteering her services and preaching the peaceful message of Islam.
You've heard of the Ahmadiyya Basketball League, right? On the news.
During the basketball camps, Sister Khadijah takes on the role of a mother, making sure everyone is well fed and driving the organizers to different locations around the city.
And you got roundabouts.
Okay, yes, lots of them.
Roundabouts for life. Once you go roundabout, you can't go back to this.
Okay, come on now, come on, be nice people.
It was time for us to leave Belize City and continue our journey across the country.
Since I can tell you lived in America, you drive too good. You drive too good.
Yes, skill level is way too high.
You didn't learn this driving in Belize. Yo, I love this city. Yo, it's like the island in the hood had a baby, right? It's called Belize City, man. It's just beautiful, right? It's tropical, it's hood, all at the same time.
I can't believe that.
Nearly 100 miles southwest, we arrived in the city of Bamouka, the capital of Belize, for the next camp.
How you guys doing this morning? Good. I would like to greet you guys in the Islamic salutation, Assalamu alaikum. Now, we use this round ball as a vehicle, as a tool, to take you as a person from here, hopefully here.
At the start of the camp, Coach Kaleem Griffin, a former professional basketball player, briefs the young campers. With his years of experience, he immediately captures their attention.
All right, who else loves basketball? Raise their hand. All right, tell me the one thing that you love about basketball. Speak loud, too. Somebody text you an answer, huh? My name is Kevin Griffin, but my Islamic name is Kaleem Omar Salam, which means silent warrior for the creator of peace.
When speaking with Coach Griffin, a convert to Islam Ahmadiyya, he explains how Islam has instilled in him the true values of sacrifice and service to humanity.
It all started when I ended up getting a text message from Brother Usman Jamil that there was a Ahmadiyya basketball league going on down here in Belize, and there was an opportunity for some of us brothers to come down there, give a helping hand, conduct basketball camps, coach these individuals, have fun, but bring the importance of the level of intensity and the passion that sports have to offer.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I had a lot of fun. I did like some strength and conditioning, and the energy was high, and everybody came out the gates firing. And I think we also had built up a little bit of confidence because of, alhamdulillah, how well everything went with the first camp. I was dying. I was giving the kids hell, telling them I was beating them with heart. I wanted them to go deeper than they had gone before. I think that's one of the things I learned from athletics. It helped me in religion and in life in general, was learning that whenever I feel tired and I feel like I'm about to quit, I have about 40% more.
Yeah, my heart won't let me stop. My lungs are telling me no more. Stay up. Breathe. It's all in your heart. Come on, let's go.
Your resting position should be with your chest on the ground. All right, we got 4. You ready? 1, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, relax. I saw the vibrant, I saw the souls of the individuals. Yes, this is a third world country, but they have first-class compassion. Matter of fact, these kids here, they have more love for basketball and don't have all the resources. To whereas in my hometown of Racine, Wisconsin, I think a lot of the children there take things for granted because they have a lot of things of an abundance. But listen, this is Belize right here. They ain't doing this in Panama City. San Jose, Costa Rica, nope. Managua, Nicaragua, nope. Bogota, Colombia, nope. Even in my hometown in the States, they ain't doing that. You know what them kids doing? Snapchat doing selfies, okay? They don't love the game like you guys do. Go! Take off. Push, 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 push!
And so I was having fun pushing those kids past their limits a little bit, and they were excited too. When they're excited, it's a lot easier for us to get excited because we feed off each other's energy. And Brother Khalid, he's an exciting guy. He wanted to push him, I'm down to push, right? And even if I have to go until I throw up, you know, and there's kids throwing up, you know, so what? I'll throw up, and then when you throw up, you feel better and you keep going. And so it just lets us know that we can go further than we think we can.
There's water for you, boy. See, this is what I'm talking about. The Ahmadiyya training camp, it makes you throw up. That's what it's all about.
Oh, it's all right, baby. I've thrown up so many times, you won't believe it.
You know why you're throwing up? You're getting rid of the bad, you're bringing in the good. I'm proud of you, Frederick.
Good job. Good job. That's how we are working hard.
Yeah!
We're excited. You know, our turnout was way bigger than we expected. We were somewhere around 40 to 60 kids. The kids have a great attitude. They're listening, right? They're excited to be here. They're having fun. It's a beautiful day, a beautiful court. I mean, you can't beat this ambiance that we have here, and we're excited to push these kids to a level that they haven't been to.
Yeah, I mean, this is a level of human service that we're compelling, and we're very vibrant and giving. I mean, yes, it is basketball. Yes, we have a history of sports. Yes, we have a history in our faith. But right now, the only thing that matters is hard work and unity. Because regardless if we're Muslim or Christian or whatever background, we are still brothers. And there's no need for us to hold on to something. These are jewels that we're giving to the next generation. Because by the time they are our age, we will be in our 60s and our 70s. So we're just maximizing potential.
Watching the overwhelming success and the impact of the basketball camps in both Belize City and Belmopan, the organizers do not rest there. Instead, the volunteers increase their efforts and immediately take to the road, visiting 5 more cities and hosting basketball camps over the next 3 days.
I think when we had first started planning it out, it was going to be, I think, a total of 3 camps, but all at the same location, St. John's College. And then Imam Saab had the brilliant idea of just taking this on the tour. So we're getting a chance to take Jamaat Ahmadiyya to parts of Belize that haven't even heard of us. So I think it's fascinating to see the different cultures within this country.
Belize is a vast country. Huge areas are covered by mountains, forests and jungle, where the roads are often very poor. When travelling, we had to always be on high alert, as the intercity highways are often known for harbouring robbers and hijackers. The country has always been a key hub for trade in Central America. Now it's been targeted by the international drug cartel, smuggling cocaine from the production areas in South America to use in North America and Europe. With nightfall, driving through the jungles of Belize became even more unnerving. Before coming here, we are told to be extra cautious, especially when driving at night, as Belize consistently ranks in the top 10 countries in the world for murders and homicides. As fate would have it, just as we were passing through the smuggler's highway, the transmission of our car started to fail.
Hi, we're calling the 24-hour service because we need your 24-hour service. We're on our way back from Punta Gorda, and we're stuck on the side of the road outside of Hopkins.
Outside of Hopkins?
Yes. So traveling from Punta Gorda back to Belize City, it's about a 500-kilometer journey. We ran into some car troubles. We didn't make it far outside of Punta Gorda, and we recognized that we were having some transmission problems. We started burning fuel faster than we normally would, and we were trying to come up with some solutions. There are no 24-hour gas stations between here and Belize City. There are no service centers, no nothing. This is Belize. This is not a metropolitan where you can get service this late at night. But alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, we're all okay, and we'll survive the night. We're working on getting accommodation set up. Who's calling? This is Naveed Mangla, the local missionary. Just one second. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. We're just outside of Hopkins.
We are now stranded in a part of the country where murders and kidnapping have been known to take place.
Can you check if the car is starting right now, though?
अज़ीज़ो हबीब है
Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers, and peace be upon all of our brothers and sisters around the world. It is the third day of Jalsa Salana, and that means the inevitable closing session will begin momentarily. Soon, in a few minutes, we will be beginning the guest session, and after that, we'll have the closing session. You have done a wonderful job connecting with each other through hashtag Jalsa Connect. Keep that connection alive with your Khalifa as well by writing letters to Hazur. जी मतीन साहब
जी बिल्कुल ऐसे ही है नाजरीन जज़ाकल्लाह आप हमारे साथ रहे और अब हम कुछ ही देर में अपने जलसा सलाना के आखिरी सेशन की तरफ बढ़ेंगे अल्लाह ताला के फजल से अब तक सारी चीज़ें बिल्कुल ठीक तरीके से होती जा रही हैं और बरकत शामिल है अल्लाह ताला की क्योंकि ये जलसा वैसे भी इलाही ताइदाद के मुताबिक ही हमेशा से होता आया और आइंदा भी होता रहेगा हमारे साथ रहें कुछ ही देर में हम इंशाअल्लाह ताला लाइव मेन जलसा गाह से दोबारा हाजिर होंगे